is that time of year, time to go to cookouts, hopefully, and parties that are outdoors. So I'm gonna show you some delicious things to make and take along with you. All of these are sort of things that can accompany meals that your host may be planning. I'm gonna start with grilled potato salad, and I'm gonna start by introducing Paige's friend from college, Claire.
Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Hi, everyone. Our special guest.
I really needed some more help up in this joint, so thank you for joining us, Claire.
Thank you for having me.
Fun today. Do you like grilled potato salad?
Love grilled potato salad.
Why did I have a feeling she was going to say that? Okay, so I started by boiling some small yellow potatoes until they were just starting to get tender, and then I cut them in half. So they've already started cooking. We don't have to worry about grilling them from the raw state. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in plenty of salt. If there's one thing this group knows, we gotta have salt on our potatoes. And pepper. So Claire.
Yes.
Do you keep an eye on Paige at college?
I 100% keep an eye on Paige in college.
Okay.
I also keep an eye on Claire.
Yes, we keep an eye on each other.
You need to keep an eye on her here too.
Yes, everywhere we go, we keep an eye on each other.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep tossing these until the potatoes are totally coated, and then I'm gonna throw them on the grill pan, grill them till they're nice and brown, and then take them off the pan. See you on the other side. Someone hit fast forward. All right, this is looking yummy.
Those look good.
Yeah.
I would just eat those how they are.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they're grilled enough.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Eek. Last one, man down. All right, Alex, look at the grilled potatoes. And you can imagine if you use like an outdoor grill, they can really get some great color on them. I kind of stopped short and I stuck with the golden brown type of grill marks. So I'm gonna make the dressing for the grilled potato salad, and the whole point is you wanna make the dressing and toss the potatoes while they are still nice and hot. So it's a creamy dressing, and it starts with mayonnaise and sour cream. And then I've got some buttermilk and a whole bunch of yummy things to add. Claire, are you having fun yet?
Yes, so much fun.
So Worcestershire, now you're gonna know how to make grilled potato salad for all those parties you're gonna go to this summer.
Exactly. That would be perfect.
Some vinegar and some hot sauce. And then in the herb realm, I've got some fresh dill and a bunch of chopped fresh chives. I love herby, creamy dressings. Enter ranch. I love ranch dressing. I love it more and more ever since I've had my teenage boys. Bryce Drummond, my son, in case you didn't know who my son was, dips his steak in ranch, believe it or not.
Next ranch on everything.
Oh, there's no lid for the...
He dips everything in ranch.
That's okay, you know what? There's no lid for the mason jar, but I'm just gonna use a fork. That's what I intended to do anyway, so it's all good. I had this planned all along. Okay, so look out. This is pretty much kind of a creamy, spicy ranch. Really delicious. Okay, and yep, I didn't forget to add anything. What a miracle. Okay, so the other thing about the potato salad is that I'm gonna use cool veggies. So I'm gonna add some chopped onions and some chopped red bell pepper. And the star of the show, it even overshadows the potatoes, chopped bacon. And then I'll sort of give it a little toss. And then you just take the dressing and pour it over. And I usually stop short and kind of add about 3/4 of the dressing until I toss everything together, and then I can kind of judge if it needs more or not. So just toss away. How yummy is this?
Actually, that's really good.
I think potato salads, this is controversial, so don't tell anyone I said this. I think they're kind of mediocre a lot of the time, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, good potato salad is wonderful, but it just can be so plain. So not only is the dressing delicious, but those grill marks on the potatoes add such amazing flavor. Okay, so then a little more herbs. I think that was the perfect amount of dressing. This is gorgeous, guys. Now the key is to make this early in the day or the day before you need it, and then cover it and pop it in the fridge and let it cool with all the dressing. I'm telling you what, this potato salad is gonna change your life. Potato salad is just one of those quintessential picnic foods. I've got 5 pounds of russet potatoes. I scrubbed them really, really clean because I don't like peeling potatoes. And I'm just putting them into a pot, and I'm gonna bring these to a boil and cook them until they're fork tender. Now I'm gonna put hard-boiled eggs in my potato salad because it's one of my very favorite potato salad ingredients. To hard-boil the eggs, I just put them in a saucepan, covered them with water, brought it to a boil. Then I turned off the heat and let them sit in the hot water for about 20 minutes or so. And now I'm gonna grab some ice and finish them off. I just put ice into the pan, just totally cover them with ice. That'll help them cool down really quickly, but it'll also make the peel easier to come off. All right, I'm gonna let the eggs chill, the potatoes cook, and then I'll move forward with the potato salad. It's one of the guys' favorites, so it'll be just the thing after all that hard work. We made progress.
Yeah.
Another high five. Then with the garage done, it was time to get cooking. I'm gonna get started on dinner.
Okay.
So I let the guys finish up while I headed up to the lodge. The potatoes are all tender, and I've been processing them with a food mill. I really like smooth potato salad. If you have a potato ricer, you can use it, or you can even use a potato masher. Just get them really smooth. Okay, got all those through. Now I'll add all the wonderful ingredients. About 1.5 cups of mayonnaise. Just squeeze that right in. And then about 1/4 cup of mustard. You can use Dijon if you like, but I like the bright yellow stuff. It's kind of classic. All right, and then plenty of salt and pepper. These are a lot of potatoes. And then I like to add some paprika too. Just add some nice flavor, a little bit of color. Okay, so that's it for the seasonings. Now the things I like to add in. 5 green onions, and I'll just slice them pretty thin. I really like potato salad with tons of different things added. I think it just makes it so much more interesting. Okay, I'll add most of the green onions. I'm gonna hold back a little bit of each ingredient and I'll use them for garnish. All right, now I've got the hard-boiled eggs. I got them all peeled, and I'll just slice them up. My husband loves hard-boiled eggs. I try to always keep them in the fridge. He can polish off 3 or 4 at a time if he's hungry enough. Okay, now I'll put in most of the eggs. All right, now I'll crack open a jar of pickles. Who doesn't love pickles? First thing I'm gonna do is drizzle in some of the pickle juice, hoping all the pickles don't come pouring out. I'm just gonna dump out about 8 or 10 pickles. I wanna dump out all the juice on the cutting board. And then I'll slice these up for the potato salad. They add such a yummy crunch. And you can really use any kind of pickles you like. If you're a sweet pickle person, use those. If you like dill, those are great too. As long as they're crunchy, that's all that matters. All right, throw those in there. Okay, and then the last thing is a little bit of fresh dill. I love fresh dill in cold summer salads, whether they're pasta salads, chicken salads, potato salads, I just love it. Just mince it up pretty fine and throw it in. Okay, and now it's just about mixing it all together. It's nice to use a rubber spatula because then you can just smush it and mush it. Smush and mush, that's my technique I use. You know, a lot of potato salads have big chunks of potato, but I really like this smooth one. And if the eggs break up as you're stirring them, it's fine. The yolks sort of become part of the potato mixture. So delicious. Okay, that just looks perfect. Now I'm just gonna garnish it up, put a few pickle slices, a few egg slices, and some extra green onion. Yummy. All right, and I'll just cover it up, and then I'm just gonna let it chill in the fridge right next to those delicious key lime pies. This dinner's taken shape. Well, I'm having a fun group of friends over for dinner tonight. A big limo's picking them all up, and they'll be out here in an hour and a half or so. I'm getting dinner ready, and I'm gonna whip up a gorgeous summer chicken salad. It's one of my favorite salads. There's a lot of different things going on, lots of color, and a whole lot of flavor. All right, I've got some chicken breasts, and I'm gonna pound them flat. I like to put them inside plastic when I do that, so little bits of chicken don't fly onto the next county. And I've got a rolling pin, and I'm just gonna pound them till they're uniform in thickness. I'm just kind of whacking that thick part of the chicken breast, and then they'll cook evenly, and it'll be really quick. That ought to do it. Okay, now I'll just season the chicken. I'm just gonna use salt and pepper. If you wanna marinate the chicken, that's fine, but there are so many other flavors going on in this salad that it really just needs salt and pepper. All right, just sprinkle the tops. Now I've got 4 ears of corn that I've been grilling, and that's ready to come off. So I'll get that onto a plate, and then I'll just drizzle the grill pan with a little bit of olive oil, and then the chicken goes right on. And I'll let this cook while I get the rest of the salad ingredients ready. Sprinkle the tops with salt and pepper. Okay, great. Now, I've got some celery. I dug into the center of the celery and got the nice tender stalks in the middle, and I'm just cutting them into really thin strips. Just turn them over and just dice them up really fine. Okay, celery's all chopped up. So now the corn should be cool enough to handle. I grilled the corn, but not really long enough to cook it. I still wanted it to be really crunchy, but I wanted to get some nice color on the outside. And I'm just gonna slice the kernels right off. I can tell that it's really crunchy because I hear it coming off the cob. Okay, that is a lot of corn right there. All right, now I'm gonna rotate the chicken. Not gonna turn it, I'm just gonna rotate it 45 degrees because I wanna make sure they get really nice grill marks. Just looks extra pretty that way. All right, now I'm gonna let this cook for a little longer, and then I'll flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. Now, I'll get the veggies in the bowl. Start with this gorgeous corn. I could just eat a bowl full of this, just like it is. And then all this yummy celery. And then I also have some really finely diced red onion. Okay, now dill is another thing that makes this salad so wonderful. I'll just slice off the leaves, and then I'll just mince it up. Okay. Now I'll throw that in, and I believe this yummy chicken is ready to turn, so I'll flip it over, start cooking it on the other side, and then I'll keep moving forward with this awesome salad. Nice limo. Hey, Ree. Oh, hi, Duke.
I'm gonna scoot on over.
Oh.
Are you excited?
Yes. Can you wait any longer?
Are you ready?
Okay, the chicken is done. So I'll just take it off the board and let it cool for a minute, and then I'll start throwing the salad together. This will give me time to tell you about the dressing for the salad. It is good. It's mayonnaise, then some sour cream, crumbled feta, a little lemon juice, half and half. I didn't say this was a diet dressing. A pinch of sugar, salt and pepper, and then just a shake, and it's done. That is the perfect dressing for this salad. It's so good. All right, the chicken's cool enough for me to cut. Now, instead of cutting it into cubes like a lot of chicken salads, I'm actually gonna cut diagonal slices, so there are nice big pieces of chicken all throughout. I'll sort of turn it around as I go. I don't want them to be perfect slices, just kind of nice big slivers. Ooh, this chicken smells good. It's a little hot on the inside, but I'm gonna keep going. My guests will be here before I know it. All right, one more chicken breast. I couldn't decide how many chicken breasts to use, but I think 3 is gonna be perfect for the 5 of us. Okay, got that all sliced up. Now the chicken goes right into the bowl with all the other stuff. And then I'll just drizzle on about half the dressing to start with. I I don't want the salad to be really gloopy and coated in dressing. I just kind of want it to be light. So I'll drizzle on about half and toss it around, and then I kind of look at it and see what it looks like. Right before I serve this salad, I'm gonna toss in some fresh blueberries. It sounds a little unusual for a savory salad ingredient, but oh, they just completely make the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. It looks just perfect. I'll just cover it in plastic wrap, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and it'll be nice and chilled by the time the girls get here. The next order of business for the girls' picnic lunch is a really good kid-friendly pasta salad. I've got some radiatore pasta, which is really cute and frilly, and I drained it and rinsed it under cold water because I need it to be cold when I add all the other ingredients. And now I'm gonna fry up some bacon. This is one of the reasons this is a kid-friendly pasta salad. I've never met a kid that argued with bacon. I'll put in about 8 slices or so. I'm gonna cook the bacon until it's just beyond the chewy stage, just so it's slightly crisp. Okay, now I'm gonna get started on the dressing. I'll start with half a cup of mayonnaise, and then I'll add a half a cup of milk, and then just plain white vinegar. I'll add about 3 tablespoons. So I'll whisk this together. Yeah, that looks just right. You don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be nice and pourable so it'll coat all the pasta. Now I'll add some salt and plenty of black pepper. Give it a stir. And that's the dressing. Simple as that. Okay, and with that, the bacon is done. Don't want it to get too crisp. I'm gonna drain it on a paper towel so the pasta salad won't be too greasy. All right, now let that cool for a minute. Now I'm gonna throw together the salad. I'll just put the cheese in. I've got about a half a pound of mild cheddar cheese, very palatable for all kids, and the lovely yellow and red tomatoes. I've got about 10 ounces of tomatoes, give or take. And now the bacon is cool. I'm just gonna give it a rough chop. There's almost more extras than there is pasta in the pasta salad. Then for a little flavor, I've got 3 green onions. Yummy. Now I'll just pour in the dressing. I need a spoon for this. Oh, so pretty. Now to really send this kid-friendly pasta salad over the top, I'm gonna add some fresh basil. This is just perfect. It's got the right amount of bacon, the right amount of cheese. The girls are gonna love it. I love macaroni salad in all forms, and for the picnic tomorrow, I thought I'd give it a little bit of a Mexican twist. It'll be a lot more festive and fun that way. Now I cooked some elbow macaroni, drained it and gave it a good rinse to cool it off. And now I'll get going on adding all the good ingredients. I chopped up about 6 Roma tomatoes, and I'll just go in with those. Now I've also been grilling some fresh corn, and it's ready to come off of the grill pan. So I'll put it onto a plate and let it cool for a minute or 2. Now I also chopped up some red onion. Put this in. This is a really colorful, beautiful salad. Now I also like to add some black olives. I'm using Kalamata olives because that's what I had in my pantry, but you can also use ripe black olives. They just add a really nice saltiness. Oh, okay, these are looking good, so these will go right in. Now for more color and texture, and because this is a Mexican macaroni salad, I'm adding a can of rinsed black beans. I just put them in a colander, rinsed them with cold water, and they're just perfect. Now for some more flavor, I'm gonna slice up some green onions and add those to the mix. Just gonna slice them pretty thin. Okay, now the green onions just go right in. Now the corn should be cool enough to slice. Try it out. Oh yeah, it's fine. Now I just got a sharp knife and I'll just slice the kernels right off. You can also just use frozen corn. Just rinse it under water, let it thaw a bit and add it in. This macaroni salad is perfect made the day before. It's really great for picnics because you can get it all done ahead of time. Okay, got all the corn shaved off. And it's gonna go in the bowl. I love salads like this. You just keep adding beautiful ingredients. Usually just whatever you have in your pantry or fridge will make a great macaroni salad. All right, now the salad is ready for the dressing. I love this dressing. It is so delicious. It starts with a cup of salsa. Just salsa right out of the jar is just fine. And then I'll add an equal amount of sour cream. You can use low-fat or even fat-free sour cream. I'm going for the good stuff. It's how I roll, sorry. All right, and then just to give it a little extra flavor, I like to add about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. That's good. And then again, because this is Mexican macaroni salad, about a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. It'll give the dressing a really great flavor. And then just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then I'll just stir this around until it's all combined. This turns into a really great sort of pink dressing. It's really delicious. You really taste that salsa in there. Okay, now the dressing just gets poured right over everything. Gosh, this salad already smells so good. And then I'll just use a spatula to fold it all together. Okay, it's all mixed together. So I'll just transfer it into my picnic container. I certainly hope it will all fit. Oh, it looks so great. Okay, now I'll just grab the lid. And this is just gonna get better and better in the fridge overnight.